welcome to Faithful Grace Studio. I'm Mindy. I'm the creator here at Faithful Grace. And today I'm working on another mid-century design project. You may have seen another one of my videos. I've got several different mid-century inspired projects going on that I've put videos up about. This one is what I'm thinking, when I think of this, I think of flower power. Real quick, the background is I did a challenge, an art challenge not too long ago, and one of the challenges required us to do some research for mid-century design and apply that to our art. And I realized that I really love mid-century art and decor. I love these big flowers like this. This was one of the designs that really spoke to me. These big flowers, they're very, they inspire kind of a groovy, hippie kind of vibe. And I wanted to do something with that vibe that was a little bit more contemporary. So I took, I had a bunch of circles that I had cut out of scrap paper with my circle punch, bunch of different sizes. So I took some of those and collaged them on a piece of mixed media paper. And after I did that, then I took one of my homemade stencils, which I made using these, I don't know which one it was, but one of these, I just kind of, must have been that one right there. Maybe I did both of them. I don't know. But anyway, this is a piece of transparency. I know nobody uses transparencies anymore, but I had a box of them, a pretty big box of transparencies that I had picked up somewhere at a thrift store or something, and I use them to make homemade stencils. So if I want a particular stencil, instead of having to go out and buy it, I make my own, and that way it's unique to me and not like everybody else's. You can also use, I know the Dollar Tree has those colored acetate sheets that are like notebook dividers, page dividers. You get a pack of like six different colors. Those work well for making your own stencils. As you can see, I've used this one a pretty good bit. It's kind of dirty, but you really just take the acetate or the transparency or whatever you're using and trace with I use a Sharpie. I use a black Sharpie or a navy blue Sharpie, and just trace the design on it and then cut it out with a X-Acto knife or a little pair of scissors. So I took this stencil that I had made and traced these big flowers on this background. And now I'm going to go back and make those lines bigger and chunkier. And I may even decide to do something in the center of them. I haven't decided for sure yet. I'm going to do get the lines done first. I want them to be nice and big and chunky and not uniform. So I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll come back and show you what that looks like when it's all said and done. Okay, here we are. I showed you the substrate with the circles that I had cut in half and collaged, and I showed you the outline of these funky mid-century style flowers. So I went off camera and did the outlining of the flowers in big chunky lines. Not perfect lines. Sorry. I want to make this one a little different. It needs to come out just a little bit more rounded. I'm not sure that did it, but anyway. So I don't hate it, but I'm not in love with it. And so I think part of the problem is I don't particularly like the centers of these flowers. So I thought what I would try, I think I've mentioned this to you, I've got this box of circles that I have punched out of just over the years. You're probably going to think I'm crazy, but when I have a stack of scraps, paper scraps, that are patterns that I really like, it's very, very soothing to me to sit and just punch holes with my hole punches. I have several different sizes. I've got a great big, well, you've seen some of these because we did the circle belly bands. So I thought I would pull out some of these smaller ones and just kind of see if there was something in here that I can use in the center of these that would blend nicely and give it a little pop without taking away from the mid-century-ness of the flower design. So I don't know really what that is. I don't know if that's, well, I definitely like that better than the black. Let's see. I think that might do it. If I do that and then do a thin black line around it. All right, so there we've got, let me trim this one off. Just a thin outline. And then a couple of little marks to kind of give it some dimension. And now I'm thinking that I need to go get a white paint pen and then do some white marks, dimension marks, and then I think I want to do the black splatter. Yeah, I think. I like it. And now I want to do the splatter. So I have some watered down paint left from a splatter project that I did just a few minutes ago. It might need just a tiny bit more water. So let's mix that up a little bit. I don't want too much paint on my brush. Push some of that out. All right, we're going to load up the tip. I'm going to set this up, and I'm going to go a little closer with that than I did last time. And now I'm just going to tap. You can do a little or a lot. I want a couple more big spots. The harder you hit, the more big spots you get. especially right after you load up your paint. All right. I think that is much better than it was. I like it. I do like it much better than I did. I think it's now got some dimension that it didn't have before. And I think that it's going to scan really nicely. So my plan is, I think I mentioned this before. Sorry, I'm still trying to get this paint off before it dries. I think I mentioned this before. My plan is to scan this and use it in a project. I don't know what that project will be, but I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. I hope you enjoyed watching this creation, and I hope you enjoy creating something similar on your own.